Hooty hoo, all my stock market gamblers. Welcome today. I'm Tall Mike. I'm so glad you're here. Well, the Monday, we got the markets back open. What's going on? Well, we're having a big update, right? Dow's up about 350. NASDAQ's only up about 30, but it's an update. Now, we came in a little bit last week, and now we're having a little bit of a bounce. Nothing goes straight up. Nothing goes straight down. Now, there's two sides to every coin, and there's two sides to every trade, right? A lot of people think that the market is going to hit new record highs. I think we've already seen the high, and now we're coming back in. I think that we're now below the 10-day moving average, below the 20-day moving average, and I think we'll come down and hit the 50-day moving average will be the next resistance level on the S&P. That's around 4,400, only 100 points down from where we are now, but once we drop through the 50-day moving average, we got to go all the way down to about the 4,000 level to hit the 200-day moving average. And I think we're going to do that. That's my take. Your take may be that we're going to go a lot higher. A lot of people think that this is the big AI boom. Artificial intelligence is going to take us to new highs. I think the artificial intelligence boom is going to turn into a bust, and we're going to come down to that 4,400 level, and that's a 200-day moving average. We'll see how that plays out. Let's get over to the real estate market. It's always fascinating to me. You got to read some of the articles over the weekend, and one of the articles, well, their headline was called Feeling Mortgage Rate Envy. Now, this person was a writer for the New York Times, and maybe he listens to my podcast. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, rate envy, we talk a lot about that. We talk about rate envy. We talk about equity envy. But he was at a party in New York, and that conversation turned to real estate like it always does when real estate is a hot market, right? And anyways, the party goers, they were starting to talk about how much their rate was. What was their rate? And one guy said, hey, I got 2.9%. The next guy, well, I got you beat. I'm at 2.8. And then it was kind of like a bidding war. 2.7. I'm at 2.6. The winner came in at 2.39. 2.39. Now that's a great rate, right? Now, who were the losers? Who were the losers? Well, they're the ones buying now, right? They're the ones paying 7%, 7.1, 7.2. I think we're up to 7.3 now. Now, these are the losers, right? So you got the winners and you got the losers. Even real estate is dividing people. I mean, our country's very divided right now. The Republicans and the Democrats, the rich and the poor. Anyways, in real estate, you got the rate envy going with the winners down here at the 2.8 and the losers up here at the 7.2. Now, look at a lot of these 2.8 people, they were talking about how smart they were, that they were like a genius, a financial wizard, if you were, because they bought their house and got a 2.8, or they refinanced it down to the 2.8. And of course, the dumb people are the ones buying now, right? At the 7.2. But those people weren't geniuses. It was timing. A lot of times it's just dumb luck. Now, in my own real estate investment career, a lot of times it was just dumb luck. And I love dumb luck. Nothing wrong with dumb luck. I want to have some more dumb luck, as I will going into the future. But I think the real genius is Billy Bob. Billy Bob sold at the top. He got out. He took his money, and he's sitting on the beach down in Mexico on vacation still, taking a long vacation. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. You see, the people with that 2.8, they're kind of still in lockdown. They're in a real estate lockdown, if you will. They're in their forever home. They're never going to sell. Not going to sell no matter what happens. They're locked down to that home, and that's what they want. They want you to be locked into that home, and that's good. That's fine. That's all right. But here's the thing. When I was a young guy, I would buy houses, and I would get, the house would go up. Like a lot of people, like my nephew, his house has doubled he bought it at 300,000 and now it's 600,000. Okay, but he can't sell it. He's locked in. He's afraid to sell. I go, well, you could sell it and have $300,000 cash, right? profit cash on his house sale. But he doesn't want to do that because he would lose his 2.8. He's going to stay in that house. His starter home is his forever home. And that's just the way it is right now in the United States. But these people are locked down. They're locked down to their house. Now, when I was a young guy, my first house I bought, I remember, it was 160,000 and went up to 320. It doubled, right? It doubled. But I sold it. I took the money out, okay, because I put down, 20% down on the 160 is about 30,000 down, and I got that money out, plus I got another 160,000 out, right? And that's how I financed my lifestyle. My lifestyle was pretty wild back then. I drove the fancy car. I flew airplanes. I'm actually a pilot, and back then I used to fly. I haven't flown in like 30, 40 years now, but back then it was a fun thing to do, to go around buzzing and flying airplanes. Really would impress my date. Where are we going for dinner? Well, I'm going to fly you up to this other city and we're going to eat there. And they're like, wow, it was cool. It was cool. Anyways, but it financed my lifestyle. I took fancy vacations. I was in my 20s. My accountant, he'd always go, wow, people are so envious of you. People are so think that you're this rich guy. And I really wasn't a rich guy, but what I did, I was able to get the money out of the property. And that's what people can't do today. They can't get the money out of the property. And that's going to become a problem for them. They're going to be stuck. They're going to be locked down. And what I did when I took the money out of the property, I took it out, and I would not just buy one house, I'd buy two houses. But you see, rates were coming down. The rates aren't going up. The rates going up right now. I feel sorry for the people being stuck in their homes. I took the money out, went and partied with the money, went on vacations with the money, and then I bought two houses. And then I did it again. They went up again, and the rates kept coming down. But you see, we're in a position where the rates are going to keep going up. A lot of people don't believe that. They say, Mike, the rates are going to come back down. And I say, no, I don't think they're going to come back down. I think you're stuck in your home. I think you're going to be afraid to sell it. You're going to be afraid to pull the money out. But believe me, you see, there's rate envy, and that's what they have right now. And there's also that equity envy. You see, my nephew, he likes to look on Zillow. He likes to look on Redfin to see what his house is selling at. How much equity do I have, right? But he can't touch his equity now. He's going to be looking on these things as the equity starts to come down. Now, I want to get to the real estate agents here. The real estate agents, they always tell you there's never been a better time to buy the house. And the leading real estate agent, of course, is Barbara Cochran. She's a real estate broker, right? And anyways, now she quotes, it says to pick your poison. Now, pick your poison, right? You can, the high interest rates now, you can buy at the high interest rates now, or you can wait for houses to skyrocket higher as the lower the interest rates. So you got your poison, right? You can buy now and hurry up and get in, which she's saying is a smart thing because houses are going to go way up. They're going to double from here, just like all the moon boys are saying. I love the moon boys. The moon boys think houses are going to double from here. Barbara Cochran will tell you that houses are going to double from here. Now, I don't see it that way. See, she thinks interest rates are going to come down and send the houses up higher. I think interest rates are going to hit 8, 9, 10% for mortgages. That's just my take. That's just my take. Now, what was Barbara Cochran saying back in 2007, 2008? Well, she was saying it's a great time to buy. Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy right before the houses crashed by 34%. She was screaming to buy, screaming to buy. What's she doing right now? Screaming to buy, screaming to buy. And houses are going to come in another 40 or 50% from here. Now everybody goes, but Mike, that's crazy. Houses can't come in 40 or 50%. Now really they can't? It's impossible. Look at from 2020 to 2022, we went up by 45% in most areas. Houses went up 45%. Why can't they come back down 45%? Well, Mike, that's impossible. That's impossible. We can never come down. We can only go up. Look, at people are just talking crazy stuff. You got to just start thinking logically. We can easily go from down 40, 50% in the next couple of years. Easily from 2023 to 2025. I think that rate envy, it's going to go away. I think the equity envy is going to go away. Everybody's going to be talking about how much underwater they are. Now, there's some great times times coming in real estate. I mean, great times. See, 2008 wasn't really that much of a great time. See, I like to buy properties and I like to flip them. I used to do that a lot. I'm an older guy now. I'm not sure I'll get in that game again, but that game's going to be coming back. It's going to be coming back really good because you see, in 2008, the problem was nobody had any equity in the house and they were all underwater. They were all underwater. So you couldn't really go and they couldn't give you their equity. But right now, people have equity. And when the prices start coming down, they're going to want to give you their equity. I know that sounds crazy, right? It sounds like ridiculous that people will want to give you their equity. Well, they're going to get a little frightened. They're going to get a little afraid when they start to lose that equity. It's going to be a panic selling. This bubble's getting ready to burst. And the sellers are already starting to slash prices. Go on Zillow, look up the price reductions, price reduction, price reduction, price reduction. The sellers are starting to slash prices, but you ain't seen nothing yet. Sit back with some popcorn and watch the show. But you got a lot of the older people, a lot of the baby boomers. Okay, so the baby boomers, now what they need is money for their retirement. And this was one of my favorite things to do back in the day. Okay, so I would find old people that needed money for retirement, right? And I would go make them an offer. You see, I was levered out in a couple houses already. And I didn't have any income really. I mean, my income was very small, but they gave me a couple of loans and I got all excited, but I wanted some more houses, but they wouldn't give me any more loans because I was levered out, right? I was levered out, but here's what I would do. Here was a secret, right? I'd go find some old person. I was in my 20s, so these people look really old to me now. I'm the same age as them. Look for people that are getting ready to retire, okay? And look, a lot of those people, they got tons of equity in their house. Some of them have their house paid off. Now look at, they want to go off to the sunset, right? They want to go retire. Maybe it's a retirement home. Who knows where they're going, but they will. All their money's in their house. All their money is sitting in their house. So what I would do is I would give them a proposition. Go, look at Mr. Seller, I'll give you 20% down. Let's say numbers were much cheaper back then, but let's say it's a $1 million house. Now, I'll give you your $200,000 house. How about you carry back the financing carry back $800,000, and then you'll get this monthly paycheck from me. Let's say we do this. We'll do it at 5% now. When rates are 10%, this is actually going to work because 5% is, yes, they could get their money there, but there's going to be a time where they can't sell their house for the $1 million. So you're offering them the $1 million they want, and you're giving them some money, $200,000 to go start their retirement, but they're carrying back $800,000 at 5%. And of course, I'd always make the loans transferable so I could sell that house to anyone else. It's not time to do this yet. You got to wait for the prices to come in. The prices to come in. When I'm talking about buying $1 million house, that house is $1.5 million to $2 million right now, but it's going to come down to $1 million. And that's where I'm going to go make this scared. He's very scared because he's getting to retire and there's no buyer for his house. And you'll see this. The buyers will go away and you can make these offers and they will carry back the finance because they don't really need the money. What they need is monthly payments, right? To pay the old folks home. They need an income stream. So this actually worked really well for me. Now I'm just talking, I don't even know what I'm talking about, but this is what I did back in the day. And I see the good times coming for real estate. The good times are just around the corner because all this equity, they can transfer that equity to you when there's no buyer for their house, and there's going to be no buyers. The buyers are going to disappear, especially when you get to 8, 9, 10% mortgage rates. And you're going to find that person, hey, he'll carry the financing at 5%. There's a lot of creative ways you can find deals. You can find transactions. You can make the transactions happen when no transactions are happening. Nobody else was selling houses back then because it was a very tough time to find a buyer, but I'd go present them my offer. Hey, I'll be your buyer. I'll give you 20% down because that's what I like to put down on houses. But you got to carry back the financing. I think that could come again, especially with all the baby boomers retiring. The baby boomers are getting ready to retire. It's just the time of season for them, right? But if you listen to Barbara Cochran, right, and go out and buy a house right now, she wants you to get in up here. You're going to be the bag holder. You're going to be holding that bag. Look, at right now, you're probably renting, right? Okay, you have people that are looking to buy. Right now, a lot of them are renters. And you're living a comfortable lifestyle. You can go out to eat. You can go take a vacation once or twice a year. You have a good lifestyle. But if you stretch to get into that house, your lifestyle is going to go straight downhill. Your lifestyle is going to go away. Soon you're going to become what's known as, well, you're going to be house poor. You're going to have a house, but you're going to be awfully poor. You're not going to be able to afford to take the vacations. You're not going to be able to go out to dinner. You're not going to be able to even make your car payment. And that's why they're repoing so many cars right now. Mark my words, the housing market is turning right as we speak. It's turning, and it's starting to turn at a faster rate. People don't get this, but the housing market is already come down by, let's call it 10%. Okay, why are you saying that, Mike? Well, listen, Zillow says we're flat for the year. All right, now let's say you have a wage. Let's say your job pays you $80,000 a year, right? That's your wage. All right. Now, inflation is running for the year 10%, and you didn't get a raise. Now, did you get, is your wage still the same? No, your wages went down because inflation's up. Your earning power of your $80,000 doesn't buy you as much. And that's where the housing market is right now. Okay, it stayed the same over this year. This year it was flat, but it's actually down because inflation's been running about 8% the entire year. Government tell you it's 4. I tell you it's at least double that. So the market has already turned down, but you're not seeing it in nominal terms yet. You will start to see it in nominal terms because people are going to start to get desperate. They're starting to get desperate by slashing the price of their houses right now. Look on Zillow, price reduction. My area, my email box is filled every weekend with price reduction. Now, of course, in your area, they only go up, and I get that. I understand that. But once this becomes a systemic problem, your area is going to have price reduction. So until it does, get some popcorn, get a soda, sit back and watch the freak show. It's a freak show out there. I'm telling you, it's scary. It's a horror show. I'm Tall Mike. If you like this stuff, give me the thumbs up. Why not? It's Monday. Get out there, everybody. Have a great day, and we're going to talk real soon. Bye-bye now.